Marcus Chen's hands shook as he stood before the Zalari throne. This was his first solo mission. One simple job: deliver greetings to the Queen and secure a trade agreement for Earth. The throne room stretched wide before him. Hundreds of alien warriors lined the walls. Their silver scales gleamed under the purple lights. At the center sat Queen Zaleth, the most powerful ruler in the galaxy. Marcus pressed the button on his translator device. It had been acting strange since he landed. The words came out wrong. "Greetings, my beloved wife," his translator announced loudly. The room went silent. Marcus froze. That wasn't right. He tried again. "I come to claim you as mine," the translator said. Horror filled Marcus's chest. The device was broken. Every word came out wrong. The Zalari guards reached for their weapons. Queen Zaleth rose from her throne. She was tall, nearly 7 feet. Her eyes glowed like amber fire. She stared at Marcus for a long moment. "Did this human just propose marriage to me?" she asked her advisors. The high priest stepped forward. "By our law, yes." He spoke the binding words in the throne room. Marcus tried to explain. "No, wait. My translator is broken. I didn't mean, I accept your devotion and strength," his translator said instead. The Queen's expression changed. A small smile appeared on her face. She raised one hand. The room fell silent again. "I accept this human's proposal," she declared. The crowd gasped. Marcus felt dizzy. "Take my future husband to the royal chambers," the Queen commanded. "Tomorrow we prepare for the bonding ceremony." Guards surrounded Marcus. He tried to speak, but his translator only made things worse. As they led him away, he caught the Queen's eyes. She looked amused. Marcus realized something terrible. He was now engaged to an alien queen. The wedding was in 24 hours, and nobody on Earth would believe him. Marcus paced inside the royal chambers. The room was beautiful, but felt like a prison. Gold walls surrounded him. Strange alien furniture filled the space. He grabbed his translator and tried to fix it. His fingers worked fast. He opened the device and checked the circuits. Then he saw it. Someone had changed the programming. This wasn't an accident. Someone sabotaged his translator on purpose. Marcus felt anger rise in his chest. Another diplomat must have done this. They wanted him to fail. But why? A door opened behind him. Queen Zaleth entered the room. She wore simple robes now, not her royal armor. She looked different, less scary, almost normal. "Human Marcus," she said. "We need to talk." Marcus stood up quickly. "Your Majesty, please listen. My translator was broken. I never meant to propose. This is all a mistake." The Queen walked closer. Her eyes studied his face. "I know," she said quietly. Marcus blinked. "You know?" "I am not foolish," Zaleth said. "I saw your fear. I heard your translator speaking strange words. I understood something was wrong." Hope filled Marcus's heart. "Then you can cancel the engagement. Tell everyone it was a mistake." The Queen shook her head. "I cannot." "Why not?" "Zalari law is absolute," she explained. "If I reject a proposal in public, it brings shame to both families. Earth would become our enemy. Your planet would lose the trade agreement, perhaps face war." Marcus sat down hard. "So I'm trapped." "We both are," the Queen said. She sat beside him. "But I have a solution. We fake the marriage for 1 year. In public, we act like devoted partners. After 1 year, Zalari tradition allows honorable divorce. Then you go home. Earth keeps the trade agreement." Marcus looked at her. "You would do that? Pretend for a whole year?" "For peace between our worlds, yes," Zaleth said. "But there is a problem." "Of course there is," Marcus said. The Queen's face became serious. "You must pass 3 traditional marriage trials. These trials prove you are worthy. They are designed for Zalari warriors. They are very dangerous. How dangerous? The last trial killed 3 suitors, she said. If you fail, it proves you are unworthy. Earth will face consequences. The trade agreement will end. Marcus felt his stomach drop. When do these trials start? Tomorrow morning, the Queen said. She stood up. The first trial is called the Hunt of Bonding. We must kill a void serpent together. What's a void serpent? The Queen walked to the door. She looked back at him. A creature that lives in space. It eats starships. Very few hunters survive. Marcus's voice came out weak. And if I refuse? Then Earth becomes our enemy tonight, she said. Sleep well, human. Tomorrow we hunt together. She left the room. Marcus sat alone in silence. His mind raced with fear. He was a diplomat, not a warrior. He had never hunted anything in his life. His communication device buzzed. A message from the Queen appeared. I hope you survive tomorrow, Marcus. I am starting to like you. Marcus laughed, but there was no humor in it. He had one day to prepare for a trial that killed experienced warriors. He looked up information about void serpents on his datapad. The survival rate was 40%. He didn't sleep that night. Morning came too fast. Marcus stood in the docking bay wearing strange armor. The Zalari guards had given it to him. It felt heavy and uncomfortable on his human body. Queen Zaleth approached in her battle gear. She looked like a warrior goddess. Silver scales covered her armor. She carried 2 long weapons that glowed with blue energy. Ready, husband? She asked. There was concern in her voice. Marcus tried to smile. Not even a little bit. They boarded a small hunting ship. The Queen piloted it into space. Marcus watched the planet shrink below them. Stars surrounded them in every direction. The void serpent lives in the asteroid field ahead, Zaleth explained. It is 300 feet long. Its skin is harder than our strongest metal. Its bite can crush our ship. How do we kill it? Marcus asked. She handed him a weapon. We work together. I attack, you support me. Stay close and try not to die. The weapon felt wrong in Marcus's hands. He had trained with guns on Earth, but this was different. He looked at the control panel instead. Numbers and patterns filled the screens. There, Zaleth pointed. The serpent. Marcus saw it. A massive creature moved between the asteroids. It looked like a dragon made of metal and darkness. Its eyes glowed red. Teeth filled its huge mouth. The Queen flew the ship closer. The serpent noticed them. It turned and charged. Hold on! Zaleth shouted. She dodged left. The serpent's jaws snapped where they had been. The ship shook from the near miss. Marcus gripped his seat. The Queen fired her weapons. Energy blasts hit the serpent's scales. They bounced off harmlessly. The creature roared and attacked again. Your weapon! The Queen yelled. Shoot it! Marcus fired. His shots missed completely. He wasn't a warrior. He couldn't do this. Then Marcus looked at the screens again. He saw something. The serpent moved in patterns. It dodged right before attacking. It always came from the same angle. I have an idea, Marcus shouted. What? The Queen dodged another attack. It's following a pattern. It always attacks from the right side after dodging. Zaleth looked at him with surprise. You can see its hunting pattern? Yes, fly into that dense asteroid cluster. I'll guide you. The Queen trusted him. She flew into the asteroids. The serpent followed, hungry and angry. Marcus watched the screens. He calculated speed and distance. Turn left, now, Marcus commanded. Zaleth turned. The serpent tried to follow. It smashed into a large asteroid. The impact stunned it for a moment. Again, lead it between those 2 rocks. Marcus pointed. The Queen flew exactly where Marcus directed. The serpent chased them. It squeezed between the 2 asteroids. Its body got stuck for 3 seconds. Now, hit the soft spot under its jaw. Marcus yelled. Zaleth spun the ship and fired. Her shots hit perfectly. The serpent screamed. Green blood sprayed into space. The creature thrashed and went still. It was dead. The Queen stared at Marcus. You killed it with your mind. Marcus breathed hard. Humans aren't strong, but we're good at patterns and planning. Back on the palace ship, the Queen removed her helmet. Her eyes showed new respect. She touched Marcus's face gently. You saved both our lives, she said. I thought humans were weak, but you are clever. That is a different kind of strength. Marcus felt warmth spread through his chest. We made a good team. Yes, Zaleth smiled. It was the first real smile he had seen from her. We did. That night they shared stories about their worlds. Marcus told her about Earth's oceans. She told him about Zalari honor and traditions. They laughed together. The fake marriage felt a little less fake. The next morning, the high priest arrived. The second trial begins today, the ceremony of truth. Marcus and the Queen looked at each other. What is that? Marcus asked. The priest's face was grave. You both must share your deepest secret in front of the court. If either of you lies, the ancient truth stone will detect it. You will both die instantly. Marcus felt fear return. He had secrets. The sabotaged translator. The fake marriage deal. Everything. The Queen's face went pale. She had secrets too. That night she came to Marcus's chambers. She looked worried. Tomorrow we must tell our truths, she said quietly. Mine could end my reign. Destroy everything I have built. What secret could be that bad? Marcus asked. She opened her mouth to speak. Suddenly alarms screamed throughout the palace. Red lights flashed. Guards shouted in the hallways. Intruders! A voice called out. Assassins in the royal wing! The door exploded inward. Armed figures rushed into the room. They wore black combat suits. Marcus saw their faces and his blood went cold. They were human. The leader removed his helmet. Ambassador Kepler smiled at Marcus. Hello, Chen. Time to clean up this mess you've made. The ship moved silently through the dark space, but inside, whispers of danger began to spread. Not everyone on board was loyal. Hidden among the crew were spies and silent killers, sent by enemies who feared the rise of humanity. They wore friendly faces, smiled in the halls, and pretended to share the same dream. But behind their eyes lived another mission, to destroy hope before it grew too strong. Commander Arik did not trust easily. He noticed small things, a locked door left open, data missing from the system, shadows moving where no one should be. His instincts told him there were secrets hidden in plain sight. He warned the others, but some laughed it off, thinking fear had made him too cautious. Still, he watched, waiting for proof. One night, deep in the silence of the ship, the first assassin struck. A guard was found lifeless near the engine room, his eyes wide in shock. Panic spread quickly. Who could have done this? How had they passed the ship's strong defenses? Fear whispered louder than any voice. The truth was simple, but deadly. The assassins were already inside. They knew the ship's design, the crew's routines, even the secret codes. Someone had betrayed them long before the journey began. Arik gathered his closest allies and swore to find the traitors. He knew it would not be easy. The assassins were clever, their blades invisible, their loyalty to a darker power. Every step he took, he felt eyes watching him from the shadows. In the cold silence of space, survival was no longer just about reaching the stars. It was about uncovering the secrets before the assassins struck again. The journey through the stars had changed everyone. They were no longer simple travelers. They had become survivors, warriors, and dreamers of a new future. But now a heavier test stood before them. It was not only about fighting enemies or uncovering secrets. It was about making a choice that would shape the fate of both humans and aliens forever. Commander Arik stood in the control chamber, staring at two glowing paths on the screen. One path would lead them to safety, a planet where they could build a peaceful life. The other path led straight into danger, the stronghold of their greatest enemy. If they went there, many would die. But if they succeeded, the galaxy would finally be free from fear, the crew argued. Some shouted for safety, others demanded they fight. Each voice carried fear, hope, and anger. No answer felt easy. Arik listened in silence, his heart heavy. He knew that every choice had a price. In the end, he called the crew together. His voice was calm but strong. We cannot live forever running. Safety today may become danger tomorrow. If we choose the harder road, it will hurt us, but it may give freedom to many others. That is the real choice before us. The room fell silent. Slowly, one by one, the crew nodded. They were afraid, but they understood. The real choice was not about living or dying. It was about what kind of future they would leave behind. With steady hands, Arik pressed the command. The ship turned toward danger, carrying with it the courage of all who had chosen to fight for something greater than themselves.